What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today I've got some pretty exciting intel for you guys regarding some potential weapon balancing changes coming to Black Ops 3 multiplayer. So yesterday Vaughn was kind of tweeting about how he was approving and denying suggested weapon changes from all the other devs on the team and like which one would make the community hate him the most and stuff like that. And in turn, he kind of sparked a conversation with that tweet. A bunch of people started tweeting him saying which things they thought needed to be buffed, which ones should be nerfed, that sort of thing. And he started replying to people, telling people what was underperforming, aka which ones they're looking at buffing, and what was overperforming, aka which ones they could be potentially nerfing. So this is kind of a first look. We should get a weapons balancing patch update here soon, but this is just kind of a sneak peek, and I wanted to see what you guys thought. So starting off here, the first tweet he responded to is somebody saying that the Vesper needed a slight buff, the Razorback needed a slight buff, and then the M8A7 needed a slight nerf. And this is how he responded. He said, the Vesper is underperforming, it's a worse gun in its class, the Razorback is slightly underperforming, your analysis is spot on, except the M8A7 is fine. It's the third most popular gun in the class, with the KD averaging exactly where we like it. So that's really telling there. You know, he's saying the M8A7 is looking good, they're happy with where it's at, they're gonna keep it the same. That's good. I love the M8A7, I use it a lot, especially in GBs and stuff. That makes me happy. He says that the Vesper is actually one of the worst weapons in the class in terms of, you know, global KD and stuff like that. So it sounds like that is going to be a definite candidate for a buff. So look for a Vesper buff here coming soon. He also said that the Razorback is slightly underperforming, so we could see a slight buff in the Razorback. It's probably not going to be anything too crazy because they don't want to overdo it and make it become overpowered, kind of like it was in the beta. But it looks like the Razorback could potentially be getting a buff as well. Now, I really like that. I think that's fantastic. You know, again, like I said, I love where the M8A7 is at. I definitely think that the Vesper and the Razorback could use some slight buffs, so I think that's a really good move for them to do. But let's talk about the other side of the coin. There are also a couple of weapons he was talking about nerfing, and usually when they do nerfs, that's what pisses people off because it takes your, you know, favorite weapon and makes it a little bit worse. So I think some people could potentially be mad by this, but let's check it out. So originally somebody tweeted at him, you know, since he responded, they deleted their tweet, but their tweet was something along the lines of they, you know, see a lot of people using the VMP and the Kuda. They, you know, like those two kind of like dominate the SMG class. And Vonderhaar replied, if you want to get technical, both are guilty of being disproportionately popular rather than OP. You're still right though. So this is an interesting one. He's saying that the Kuda and the VMP are disproportionately popular, but they're not necessarily OP. So they're being used by a majority of the community, but the average, like, you know, KDs and all the other stats they look at aren't necessarily considered overpowered. So I'm kind of interesting to see what they do with this here. You know, typically they want to keep a wide variety of SMGs and they want to bring other stuff up to be able to compete with, you know, the most popular weapons. So the VMP and the Kuda could be on the chopping block. They could receive some very slight nerfs, or they could stay the same and they're just going to bring other stuff up to be able to compete with them. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But if you're a VMP or a Kuda fan, I would be careful. We could be seeing a nerf here in the next couple of days. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this stuff down in the description or down in the comments. You can't let me know down in the description. That didn't make any sense, Trev. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys again. Check out one of these videos if you haven't seen yet. Peace out, guys.